First of all, good morning. Thanks a lot for being here. I realize everybody's busy. Folks are flying in and everything as well. So I think I really appreciate everybody being here, taking the time to come to this kickoff, to support us, to encourage us, and give us feedback. So for those of you I haven't met personally, my name is Ratul Mahajan, and along with Arvind and Simon there, we are the first set of directors for this new center we are starting on cloud infrastructure. I'll just say a few words on just kind of thinking behind starting this center, why we are doing it, what we plan to do, so you have some context, and then we'll roll into better talks for the rest of the day. Yeah. Okay. So I think, especially to this crowd at least, I think like cloud computing needs no motivation. I could rattle off all kinds of stats around, how big the infrastructure is, how big the market is, but whenever I look at those, I think it really doesn't capture the impact, how the cloud has changed business, how the cloud has changed society, and so forth. I think one time I remember Hank commented after having learned about Google's infrastructure that he believes cloud is the most advanced thing humankind has built. And we went back and forth whether that's kind of more complicated than landing a person on the moon or not. But Hank was clearly on the side of the cloud infrastructure we built is more complex than landing a person on the moon. So you may.
I didn't say it had to be so complex.
That's good to hear.
Land a person on the moon. There was an 80 processor, right? That landed the person on the moon. So I think we've gone quite a bit.
But there was more technology than just computing. Yeah. But either way, I think we can agree or we can disagree on that. I think what's hard to disagree is the impact clouds had, so much so that a lot of us just confuse cloud computing now with computing. And it's not a bad perspective. If you think about it like the last decade, practically all of the computing innovations in hardware and software that have come out have been motivated by this context, right? So I think, and so that's the exciting part. So that was kind of like the motivation for us. But of course, that's kind of past. What some of us kind of feel, I think, in many, many ways, the cloud is just getting started. And it's getting started because it's continuously getting new workloads that are reshaping the infrastructure, right? So I think we are big in the beginning phase of machine learning, AI, 5G, edge computing, microservices, and so forth. By the way, speaking of cloud workloads, each of the images here that you're seeing now and about to see were auto-generated using DALL-E and Stability AI, talking about new cloud workloads in there. So the new cloud workloads, that's going to reshape the infrastructure. But not just that. I think we are also entering an era where new concerns are becoming first order, right? Like the margins are shrinking. Cost, of course, matters. But I think as more workloads are coming and cost-conscious workloads are coming, that's reshaping it. Energy is now increasingly becoming a first-order concern around how the infrastructure is built, how the infrastructure is powered, and so forth. So we think these pressures that are societal and business and new workloads are going to change the cloud, and we're going to solve that using new cloud hardware. It's not just those concerns, but also I think the impact of Moore's law. I think we are increasing hardware specialization. So that's another force that reshaping the infrastructure for us. And of course, to make this all work, you need lots and lots of new cloud software. And that's where I think research into software systems that a lot of us do kind of kicks in. So we were kind of pretty excited about the future, and we wanted to be, as researchers at UW, be kind of in the room and define it more so than we have been doing by working closely with our industry partners. Okay. So that's where the kind of thinking went to, that the best way to define cloud, I think, for us is to actually work closely in collaboration with our partners in the industry. And I think if you think about it, industry and academia are very complementary. I think academia excels here at fast prototyping. We have the luxury of taking a slightly longer term view. We do have a lot of kind of broad expertise in one place in this building. Well, in our case, 2 buildings, but closer together, and we can prototype fast, we can fail fast, and all those stuff that actually moves technology forward. But we can't do it alone. I think industry has a line of sight to new technology coming down the pipe. Industry has line of sight to new pain points. Industry knows the data, their workloads, and so forth in there. So we thought like the best way to actually make progress on the set of problems we want to work on for the next 5 years or so is to work together. And it's not just about research. I think for us, it's also part of our mission is also education. By bringing in the perspectives from our industrial partners, we want to make our undergraduate and graduate students ready to go on and change and define the future of cloud and provide them best education we can there. So with that said, we're really glad that so first of all, I think we wanted because we wanted this high bandwidth collaboration with industry, we sought to have like a maximum of 5 industrial partners. And we're really grateful that Alibaba, Cisco, Google, Microsoft, VMware, all of whose representatives are here. And Bhaskar walks into the room right on time. Could see, could buy the ideas, could buy the mission, and they join us. The faces you see here are folks who have agreed to serve on our technically advisory board or our tab. And of course, these are, they're going to run point, but we do expect to work with many of you inside these companies. Today, I think, happy to report, we're expecting around like 30 of our best friends across these 5 companies to be with us during this opening. So really looking forward to working with everybody there. So that's kind of the industry. On the Europe side, I think we have assembled quite a diverse team of faculty members across CS, EE, and e-science. So collectively, I think the group has expertise in hardware, in software, machine learning, and so forth, things that we need to make an impact. So we're kind of proud that everybody came together. And for starters, Erwin, Simon, and I would play shepherds for this group there. All right, so let me just kind of give you a view of what's coming down today. Right after me, I'm going to hand off to Magda, who's here. She kindly offered to say a few words. Just in case you don't know Magda, she wears 2 hats. She's a renowned database researcher, and she's also the director of the Allen School. So her remarks in this session are going to come with her director hat, and she's going to reappear later on in the evening wearing her DB researcher hat as well. So you get to see her in both of her avatars. Right after that, we'll just roll directly into short talks by our tab members. What we had requested our tab members is to kind of tell us what's top of their mind with respect to main challenges, pain points, and what they would, what they wish academia did there. So it is kind of their opportunity to, give us feedback in this open forum. And of course, we'll have later on like a closed door meeting as well, where they can be more honest around what they think we should do or not do there. After that break, so I'm really looking forward to tab member talks, but I'm also really looking forward to these talks. We invited like a handful of select guests who could provide a unique perspective on the topic of interest. So Albert and Ujwala at Uber, they are, of course, one of the biggest cloud consumers. So I wanted to kind of hear from them what they see from that perspective. So Albert, I'm hoping would be here in person. Ujwala would be remote. And Jan needs no introduction. I think from Jan has been working in this space a lot. So not just talk about cloud, but also share with us his secrets to how he's been having kind of so much impact from the labs in Berkeley. So I thought that perspective would be great to hear about. Finally, Martin. Martin, if you don't know, he got a PhD from Stanford with Nick McKeown, went on to do Nasira, and now he's a VC after selling the company to VMware. And the reason for inviting Martin was that a lot of the innovation that drives the cloud computing infrastructure side these days does come from the startup ecosystem. And a lot of us do not tend to pay attention to it. So I wanted to kind of hear directly from him what he's seeing, what trends he's seeing, because in the end, I think it does matter to that. So for instance, I think basically all of the new programming abstractions and, and software systems are being driven by startups today. there. So I wanted to hear like what he's seeing and how he sees the trend shaping up. So the right after lunch, then we'll kind of, the direction of information flow will change, and we'll talk about a set of cloud infrastructure topics that we are thinking of pursuing. And the reason I say that we're thinking of pursuing is I think what we will actually pursue as part of the center will be based on feedback from all of you, feedback from our tab members, and we've set up forums to get that feedback. But we think, left to our own devices, these are topics that are worth pursuing, and we just wanted to kind of talk about those and get feedback from all of you as well. We've divided that in kind of two sets of topics. Like one is like these research direction talks. They'll talk about like bigger projects that we can do, and we think we are ready to kind of break ground there. And so split across two sessions with a mini break in between. And then we'll have a set of lightning talks. These are more kind of nascent ideas that we think can grow on. So we wanted to put these on the table as well. And so we kind of hear about that. These are projects that are starting off, but we think they can go on to become kind of bigger efforts. So they're also up for consideration there. And then we'll end at 5 p.m. after a reception. The reception will run concurrently with the poster sessions. The posters will be on research our students are doing, so please take the time to talk to them and give them feedback in there. And I should say, as somebody, I should, by the way, apologize in advance as somebody who sees the value of like alcohol as a social lubricant. Because of a host of factors, we cannot provide you beer or wine during the reception. But for anybody who's not running away to their emails or to their families, I'm happy to buy beer at the bar where I've spent countless hours as a grad student. So you can hold me to it there. But that'll happen after 5 p.m. We can all head out to big time there. With that, unless somebody has questions, I'll stop and let Magda. But happy to take if people have questions about the agenda, about the program, or anything else. Okay, Magda.
Great, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Apology Allen School of Computer Science and Engineering. My name is Magda Balazinska. I'm the director of the Allen School, and I'm just really tremendously excited to be here to see the launch of this awesome center on the future of cloud infrastructure. So as we all know, Seattle really is the capital of cloud computing, right? The main cloud providers are either headquartered here or they have a strong presence here. A lot of the companies that contribute to cloud infrastructure in so many different ways also have very strong presence here in Seattle. So just such a large pool of talent. And the same thing at the University of Washington in the Allen School, we have great strength in specifically different aspects of cloud infrastructure, as we will kind of be hearing throughout the day today, but also in other adjacent areas, including kind of broadly in systems, in networking, but also in machine learning, in artificial intelligence. One of our faculty members actually just 2 days ago won the MacArthur Award, which is super exciting. So this is an AI faculty, all the way from data management to just so many topics. We have about 90 faculty members currently in the Allen School. We have more than 300 PhD students. That's a huge amount of talent, right? And those are people who are here, they're excited, they want to build the future. But what I think is truly exciting about this center specifically is that it's really a nexus of partnership between industry research and industry practice, academia research and academia innovation. And it's really going to be exciting to see the two sides come together in the center and innovate together. So I'm personally really excited to see all the innovation, all the amazing technology that is going to come out of this center. Before I conclude, just kind of a few acknowledgements. So huge thanks to our three directors, so Ratul, Arvin, and Simon. Thank you for your vision and for your energy and for your leadership. This is just so exciting to see this really come to fruition. Thank you also to all the industry partners, in particular to all our founding funders, VMware, Cisco, Microsoft, Google, and Alibaba. Without you, there would be no center. So thank you so much. And special thanks to Sujata, Ramana, Dave, Bhaskar, and Ife for your support, as well as your willingness to offer your time, your expertise by serving on this technical advisory board. So again, on the behalf of the Allen School, so happy to see you all here today. Super exciting center, and I just really can't wait to see what will come out of this. And I hope everyone has a good day. All right, thank you.